Hello guys, most welcome to UPSC Welfare. As we know that especially we are trying to revise all the question which have already asked by the UPSC. So this video is of course is refers to the Indian Constitution question especially. So 64 number C questions under the Constitution of India, which one of the following is not a fundamental duty? This is the question already asked in the prelims examination 2011. So to vote in the public elections, this is not our fundamental duty of course, but to develop the scientific temper, that's our fundamental duty of course, and clearly the mentioned in now the constitution. And to safeguard the public property, that is also mentioned, and to abide by the constitution and respect its area, that is also fundamental duty. So here answer will be exactly to vote in a public election. That will be appropriate answer. Now 65 number questions. Consider of the following the provision and the directive principle of the state policy as enshrined in the Constitution of India. First option, securing for the citizen of India a uniform civil code. Second option, organizing panchayat village organizing of course the village panchayat, so that is clearly mentioned of course. And the promoting the quotas and the industry in the rural area, that is also of course. But securing for all workers responsible of course leisure and the cultural opportunities, that is not mentioned. So 4 is not the mention and the 1 is not the mention. So I mean we will go with the 2 and 3 is the mention here, the B will be the correct. See why A won't be, especially see here, as we know organizing village panchayat and the promoting cottage industry in the rural area of course are the Gandhian principle. So that are reflected in the directive principle of the state policy clearly. So that's why we will of course give the priority of according to this is the question of course because of directive principle of state policy. See ask that's the provision which has been mentioned under the directive principle of the state policy. So that's why especially here 2 and 3 will be correct. So we have the choice of that volume. And of course by elimination method also, because as we know securing for subject securing for citizens of the India a uniform civil code, that's not the mention. So that's why I'm the 65 number questions answer will be I'm the B. Next see 66 number question, which one of the following the special power having conferred on the Rajya Sabha by the Constitution of India to change the existing territory of a name and to change the name of a state? No, that's not mentioned of course. To the pass the resolution empowering the parliament to make laws in the state list to create one or more of course all India services. So of course this power is conferred on the Rajya Sabha by the Indian Constitution of India. So that's why I mean B will be here the correct answer of this. Because of course for clarification once again I repeat that Constitution of India empowering the parliament to make laws in the state list and to create one or more all India service. 67 number question, which one of the following provision of Indian Constitution of India have yes bearing on education? Directive principle of the state policy, rural and urban local bodies, absolutely correct. And see directive principle of the state policy, that's not, because as we know education that is coming the concurrent list, so directly we cannot say that directive principle of the state policy it will come. So 1 is eliminated here. So definitely if especially we eliminate of the 1, now 7 schedule it's coming of course the education, because the question see the provision of Indian constitutions of India have bearing on education. So directive principle of the state policy also will be of course rural and urban local bodies that can be also on, and the 7 schedules are coming. So 1, 2 and the 5, so C will be here the correct answer. Now, according to the Constitution of India, yes, it's a duty of the President of India to cause to, of course, be laid before the parliamentary revision the recommendation of the Union Finance Commissions, the report of the Public Account Committee. So one thing that, of course, the recommendation of the Union Finance Commission, of course, this is a duty of the Indian the President, of course. And the second one is especially to report of the Public Account Committee. No, that's not. Third, report of the Comptroller and the Auditor General, of course, and that is the reporting. And third one, the reports of the National Commission for SC and ST also. So I mean 4 and 3 is absolutely 4 and 3 and the 1 is absolutely, so C will be correct answer here. Because as we know that it is no duty of the when we're talking about the Public Account Committee, of course, the reports, this is not a duty of the President of India to cast to be. Of course, let the report of the Public Account Committee show before the parliamentary especially. 69 number C. Which one of the following is are among the fundamental duties of the citizen laid down in Indian constitutions? This the question is asked already in the prelims examination 2012. To preserve, here asking that fundamental duties especially, of course, of citizen laid down in the constitution. What is the fundamental duties in this? See, to preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. No doubt, of course, it's our the fundamental duty to protect the weaker section from social justice. That is not the mention, of course, so this will be wrong. But here is asking which one is a fundamental duty. So if we eliminate here by elimination method, also we will, of course, no need to go through the all options, because see here, to develop the scientific temper and the spirit of the inquiry, of course, and that's our fundamental duties, and to strive toward the excellence in all the sphere of the individual and the collective activity. That is also fundamental duty. So 1, 3, so C will be the correct answer here. C, distribution of the power, center and state in the constitution based on the which, of course, based on the scheme provided in the Monte-Morley INC Morley Intro Reform 1999 especially, sorry, 1909, and Montague Chelmsford Act 1910 and the Government of Indian Act 1935. Of course, this is act because separation and the distribution of the power, of course, by this act actually. So that's why here distribution of the power, the center and the state in the constitution based on the scheme provided in. So C will be here the correct answer. Why it is shows? Because it has been clearly defined out the constitution that distribution of the power between the center and the state in our the constitution based on the Government of India Act 1935. So there should be no doubt. So C will be here the correct. According to the Constitution of India, which one of the following are fundamental for the governance of the country? Fundamental for the governance of the country. So fundamental duty, fundamental right is direct the principle of the state policy, and fundamental right and fundamental duty. So which one? C will be correct. Of course, direct the principle of the state policy, that's a fundamental for the governance of our country. Because why it is shown C will be, because as we know that directive principle of the state policy are guideline to the central and the state government of India to be kept in the mind while framing the laws and the policy. Of course, direct the principle of the state policy, prosperity, aim, ambition, of course, I can say that to create the social economic condition. Yes, under the aim is that to create the social and economic condition under which a citizen can lead a good life. Yes, and they also aim to establish the social and economy democracy through the welfare state. They act as a check on the government. It's yardstick, of course, in the hand of the people to the measure the performance of the government. It shall be, yes, measure the performance of the government. See, it shall be the duty of the state to apply this the principle in the making laws. So that's why there should be no doubt that C will be the correct answer here. Now see, consider the following the statement 72. This is already asked in 2000, especially 13. So an amendment to the Constitution of India can be initiated by introduction of a bill in a Lok Sabha only. No, that cannot be. If a such amendment seek to make change in the federal character of the Constitution, the amendment also required to be ratified by, of course, a legislature of all the state. So definitely it's incorrect. Of course, the 1 by half that should be ratified by especially one of the half of the legislature of all the state. So 2 is absolutely incorrect. So and 1 is also absolutely incorrect. So what will the answer? D will be, of course, 72. Why it shows? Because for clarification, let you inform some idea that any amendment, here the an amendment to the Constitution of India is introduced as the bill in the parliament, as we know. So it must be approved by the both houses of a parliament. So the amendment must be, of course, must then be ratified by the legislature of at least one of the half of the state, not all the states. So once all these states are complete, the amendment is bound to receive the assent of the President of India. So that's why here D will be correct answer. 73. Which one of the following body doesn't find mentioned of the Constitution? Do you think so? That's the National Development Council. It's, as we know, that National Development Council is an extra constitutional device, as we know. So of course we cannot say that it's the mention that in the constitutions, and the planning commission is not a constitutional body, as well as we know that it's a non-constitutional body and non-statutory body. But zonal council, yes, it was passed by the amendment. So which one is going to be the correction here? So doesn't mention. So 1 and 2, of course we have to give the priority, but zonal council, of course, the passed by the amendment, but not the mentioned our constitutions. So I'm the 1, 2, 3. D will gives the priority option there. Why it shows 73? Because National Development Council is not the constitutional body. Once again, it's an extra constitutional body, and the Planning Commission is non-constitutional body, not a statutory body. So it was created by the government of India in 1950 by a resolution, and zonal council as we know, zonal council having recognized in a 74th constitutional amendment act of 1992. So here which one will be the correct? Of course we will give the priority of especially D, but zonal council, that is also not the mention. So here which one is going to be correct? D will be. So last the question of especially this video, there's a consider the following the statement: National Development Council is an organ of the Planning Commission. Do you consider? No, not at all. National Development Council, as we know, we have already done a study here. I'm in a 73 number the question, that it's a non-constitutional body, of course. So how it will be the organ of the Planning Commission, non-constitutional and non-statutory body, of course. So that's why I'm the Planning Commission. It cannot be National Development Council cannot be, of course, especially is not the organ of the Planning Commission. The 1 is going to wrong. If we eliminate of the 1 gone, of course A, C and D gone. So you have the choice of only B. Means definitely 2 will be and the 3 will be correct. Why it shows? Because see, the economy and social planning is kept in the concurrent list. Definitely in the Constitution, no doubt, and the Constitution of India prescribed as a panchayat should be assigned the task of preparation of plan for economy development and social justice. Definitely. So 74 will be here be correct answer. 74 is going to be. Because as we know, see, out of the 52 item on the concurrent list, the economy and the social planning is one, where Article 40 of the Constitution, which instance, of course, the one of the directive principle of the state policy lays down that the state shall take the step to organize village panchayat and yes, into them with such the power and authority as may be necessary to enable them to other function as unit of the self-governance. So the planning for economy, development and social justice is also, of course, the power given to village panchayat. So that's why, of course, we have to the gives especially 3 also is the correct. So that's why I mean the we will be here. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial, of course, for your and the UPSC purpose. And if my video is the benefited anyway, especially to the my dears in your UPSC preparation, then please like and subscribe and share on my channel, so that will inspire to me to, of course, make more and more video that will, of course, definitely assist you in your preparation of the UPSC. So thank you very much. Have a great time.